Alright, Shalom. Call on you about Shalom to the left. This video, I just want to go on a few precepts. I was thinking about this earlier. I was having a conversation with somebody about like how these events been happening and the different stuff that's going on around the world. And then you try to warn people that don't know what's up. They'll look at you like, well, my grandparents been saying that, or my great grandparents and their grandparents been saying that. And they try to make light of it, make a joke of it. So, but now everything's speaking. So let me go into the book of Ezekiel chapter 12. So in verse 21 it says, "And the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb. And Israel was saying to them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor nation with the house of Israel. For I am out of one, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and I will perform it, said the Lord Yahweh. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are far off. And see, you tell people about the stuff that's going on now, like the third woe, how the scriptures mention the first and the second woe pass and the third woe coming quickly. They be talking about that shit ain't gonna happen till next 50 years or whatever. Man, they gearing up right now. They having war games right now. They not playing no games, man. They call them war games, but it's not for no game though. It's for something real serious. Now, let me read on some more. Verse 28 said, Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord one, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but a word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh. And you see all these events happening. Like I was riding today, and it's early in the morning. Gas been up and down this past week. It'll be one price to go back down, and go back up, go back down, go up higher, go back down. You tell me what that shit gonna be tomorrow. Still got these famines, food shortages. Now they trying to, this how you know the food is polluted. And let me get this out of Ezekiel too, since I'm reading this. I'm gonna go to something else in a minute. Now, they making 3D printed food now, so you know food market fucked up for real. That's in the book of Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. It says, And the Lord said, Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, while I was driving, and we were driven over here into this part of the world. Now you did have some people that was already over here before the transatlantic slave trade happened, of course. You know, you do your history research. You had different tribes that was already over here. But we still ate our bread defiled among the Gentiles. And still to this day. So that's another key point, a key indicator of who is who and who did what. We ain't drive nobody else to no other part of the world and make them eat slop. We ain't tie nobody up and put no, what you call them, masks. I can't think of the name of the mask exactly right now, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. We ain't put none of those masks with the mouthpiece on it and force nobody to eat, knock their teeth out and feed them slop. We didn't do that. That was done to our people, so that's when you read these precepts. You gotta understand who was talking about. You gotta understand the names of the different nations. Over time, they would change, and then ultimately, if the spirit hit you, you gotta understand prophecy too, because even though all that stuff happened, and it's still happening now, there's more stuff that's gonna happen. And at the end of it all, we're gonna be on top. And that's what these devils feel right now. That's their worst nightmare. Seeing us on top and them gotta be up under us. So let's go to another precept real quick. I just wanted to make a short video about this since I was thinking about it. I had to double check and go in the book of Ezekiel and pull that one up. Because I had it highlighted. I tried to type it in on here, but it ain't pull up right away. So I'm like, let me check my book. I know I got it highlighted in there. see. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 12. And I'm gonna come back to this in the next video too, because I wasn't even gonna pull this piece up at the top, but I want to speak on that as well, because I just happened to see something searching on BBC News, which when you subscribe to some of these little channels, certain videos will pop up and certain ones won't pop up as the main ones, because they really don't want certain information out. So you gotta do your homework, research, and read, like the scripture say, blessed is he that readeth. So look at Daniel chapter 12, and verse 3, it says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. And that's what this stuff for. It's not just to waste time because I'm bored, or other I can make this stuff because they be bored or ain't got nothing else to do. There's other stuff you could be doing. But it just so happened that this was on my spirit heavy, so I just want to bring this up. And Adonai Ratazah is edifying. Now, verse 4 says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. That's why now you see that happening right now. So you talk to people and mention these things, and they try to play dumb. I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna happen, or this not happening like that. Man, knowledge is increased on a high level. I was gonna sit down and make this video raw on my laptop. I'm like, hold up. I ain't gotta use the laptop, but I use my phone. That's how much knowledge can increase. You just get on your phone, you can pull up the scriptures. I don't have to hold my physical book. I can go on the app. I want to look up historical accounts of events. I ain't gotta go to no library. I can just go online, Google, or whatever other outlet be. Yahoo, whatever other browsers, and say that it's like the scripture say, I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, the synagogue of Satan. Who that's talking about? Now, let me scroll down some more. Now I just finish this off with the rest of this chapter right here. That's the book of Daniel still, chapter 12, verse 9. It says, and he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. So when you're going through all this stuff we're dealing with right now, that's for a good reason. I mean, just because, oh man, why I'm going through this and all that. When you see the wicked doing wickedly, like the scripture say right here, it said, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And we see, somebody doing wickedly and they prospering or whatever, and it seems like they're not going through nothing. The scripture said that no judgment comes from the Lord, and he'll punish the righteous and the wicked. Now, you get your righteous punishment, you're going to get tried, get corrected. The wicked, they're going to get wiped the fuck out. That's how most of them get anyway. That's all that happens. They don't really get tried like that because they don't care about being righteous, trying to be made pure. It says, and another wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and abomination that make of desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waiteth, and cometh to the 1,330 days. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. Which, that's an indicator of reincarnation. Whatever lot we had back then, ain't nobody on this earth no 1,330 days old or years old, so to speak. Nobody that old. So when a person passes away, they come back, they gotta stand in their lot. Whether you've been a carpenter back then, or like you're gonna be a carpenter now, if you're a teacher back then, you're gonna be a teacher now. He's a healer, you're gonna be a healer now. A seer, you're gonna be a seer now, or a prophet, so to speak. You was good with gardening, you're going to be good with it now. That's why certain stuff just comes natural to certain people because they already did it before. And they standing in their lot. Right now, that's why you see certain men, they so into these scriptures and these precepts because more than likely, they were some of those men that these stories were written about. And I want to back up what I was saying as well, back to this part about being tried. When you're going through adversity, that's just really to make you stronger, make you more wise, make you more circumspect and vigilant. So when certain events happen, you won't even blink. You'll just be more stern. Compared to a person that's thinking like, oh, what this gonna benefit me reading these precepts or hearing about this or trying to correct my ways. So, just stay alert, pay attention to what's going on for real. Don't get distracted by the celebrity gossip, even though, you can get the meat off the bones on that and still have some information in that. But there's other more serious events and topics going on as well around the world. So I just want to bring this up. I don't want to write this out as edifying call all y'all about shit. Shalom to the left.